There are two types of drivers in Formula One: race winning drivers and championship winning drivers. And the difference lies in how both of them deal with adversity and how they bounce back from setbacks and failures. Let's understand this in the context of Max Verstappen and Lando Norris by revisiting two recent Formula One events in the past. First one is Baku 2023, and the second one is Brazil 2024, which just happened last week. In the Azerbaijan Grand Prix of the 2023 season, Max Verstappen was beaten by his teammate Sergio Perez in both the main race and the sprint race. And in fact, Sergio Perez was on top of it the whole weekend, and he started behind Max Verstappen in those two events. After the race, Sergio Perez was obviously very confident, and he said to multiple news outlets that he will take the championship battle to Max. And he is confident that he can even challenge him for the win and maybe even win. Max Verstappen, on the other hand, was pissed off. He vowed that he will never let Sergio Perez win ever again. After that, Max Verstappen won 10 races in a row, and in the 2023 season, he won a total of 19 races. Almost every race was won by Max Verstappen. After Baku, the championship point difference between Verstappen and Perez was 6 points. At the end of the season, it was 292 points. Sergio Perez scored less points than that. And Max Verstappen had like more than 500 points, I think it was 585 points. He could have single-handedly won both the driver's title and the constructor's title. That's how good he was. And the reason why that happened is because as a champion, as a championship winning driver, he took complete responsibility of the setback he dealt with, or the setback he faced in Baku. He didn't sit there and give any kind of excuse that he was not feeling confident in the car or comfortable in the car or he had some issues. Maybe he did it to his engineers and stuff, but internally he took absolute responsibility and complete ownership that it was a bad weekend for him and he needs to go to another level to continue to beat his teammate in a decisive way. And he proved that in the remainder of the season, and that's why Max Verstappen is a championship winning driver. And let's talk about Lando Norris right now in the context of Brazil 2024. He started on pole and he finished 6th because of his own mistakes, and he chalked it up to luck. Let's talk about his mistakes quickly. The race begins, he loses the position to Russell. Couldn't really overtake him for 25 laps, or I think it was more than 25 laps. Goes to the pits, gets a new set of tires, then is able to overtake Russell to his credit. The safety car rolling start happens after they collide into red flag. Goes off in turn 4, loses the position back to Russell. Then the Carlos Sainz safety car happens. This time he goes off in turn 1 and loses 2 positions, Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri. And if it was not for Oscar Piastri's 10-second time penalty because of that collision with Liam Lawson, and not for the team orders, I don't think Lando would have got past Oscar. Anyway, when the race gets over, in the post-race interview, he says that it is because of luck. And this is the difference between a race-winning driver in Lando Norris and a championship-winning driver in Max Verstappen. Ownership and action. If you go ahead and say that my weekend was fucked up because of this or because of that or because of this other factor, then those factors have control over you and your performance. If you point the finger inward, that's a whole new game. And that's what Max Verstappen does. Because a champion doesn't need luck to win. He takes ownership and accountability and full responsibility of what happens in races, unlike Lando Norris, who just blames others. And that's the primary reason why Lando Norris lost the 2024 season. And I genuinely don't believe he will ever even challenge for a world title. In the upcoming season in 2025, I think Oscar Piastri smokes him. I guess we will find out. I think Oscar Piastri has better racecraft. I think he's more cool in the head. I think he's a killer. But that's a question which will be answered in 2025. So I don't think Lando Norris has that champion's edge because he does not take ownership of his mistakes. If you go into the Brazilian GP weekend with everything on your side, car performance, luck, and you still fuck it up and chalk it up to just fate. Whereas if you compare Max Verstappen's performance in Baku 2023, which wasn't that bad, he was just a little bit over 2 seconds behind his teammate. 1-2 finish, not bad. He was P3 in the sprint race. Nothing bad, nothing to be ashamed of. He didn't make any mistake or something like that. It was just a good race. But still, as a champion, he dug deep. Something that Lando Norris will never do. I guess we're going to find out about 2025 season. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.